Well, hello. Hey guys, what is up, son of Chelsea? Here to make a video, I guess. I was sort of inspired to make this video for a number of different reasons. As you can tell, guys, um, here in my uni accommodation. So it's not the Son of Chelsea studio. I don't have my microphone, so I apologise for the sound, but I feel I had to make this video. I don't know if this video will even make it online. This is just a random video, I guess. But about my absence, I have to thank you guys, all of you, for your tweets. Um, you know, telling me, after games, you'd like to see me come back. Um, it really is supportive, and every now and then I reflect on the channel, and I was really happy with what I did with this channel. But this video is kind of going to be about the Gary Neville situation with Arsenal Fan TV. Everyone's been throwing their 2 cents in it. I believe just sitting here and saying, all the cliches, about everyone's just throwing out stuff. Um, I feel, would be a little bit repetitive. I slightly want to come in it from a different angle. Now, I have to say, fundamentally, I put this on Twitter, so you can go and read my thoughts on Twitter, but kind of elaborate on that more. I do believe what Gary Neville said was bordering on arrogant. You can even call it arrogant, especially calling an Arsenal fan stupid or an idiot, I think it was, for bringing a banner to the game. He's just seen his team get demolished by Chelsea, and I feel that you have to understand, especially if you watch Arsenal Fan TV, and I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I can't speak from their perspective. All I can do is say what I see, which is mainly through Arsenal Fan TV and also Arsenal fans that I know. There is a frustration for Wenger, and I feel that there is this feeling, and I get it as a Chelsea fan as well. It's not just towards us fans, and I feel that most fans of clubs get this, where there is this sort of snobbery behaviour, like this sort of smirky sort of, and it's not from all journos. I just don't believe it's pundits. I believe it's journalists as well. You sort of look down on fans, and Robbie sort of pointed this out in his video, which I do agree with. Firstly, I think Gary Neville's an extremely amazing pundit. That just seems like common sense to say that. I feel he's miles ahead of everyone else in terms of his punditry. In a lot of ways, he's revolutionised the way punditry and sort of football is looked upon. And whenever he talks, you listen. I could listen to that guy for 60 minutes straight talk about football because he's a brilliant mind. Now, I was part of the fan channel culture for about 6 or 7 months, which is actually quite a short period of time. But I feel that being part of it, I sort of learned a lot of stuff. I was very grateful for the opportunities I got, and if there's anyone watching who's part of that, who gave me those opportunities, I thank you because you inspired me. You gave me opportunities that I wanted. I fulfilled a goal, and of course, being that 100% Chelsea now, I'm still fantastic mates. One of my closest mates, Louis, who runs the channel. I still have conversations with him today, and I feel that it's a great thing, fan channels. I think that's something. Firstly, before I go on to say what I'm going to say, I think it is fundamentally brilliant that fans are able to give their voice. Without Arsenal Fan TV, I don't know where the fan sort of culture on YouTube. Maybe it would have organically sort of just happened, and Arsenal Fan TV were the first to do it, so it would have happened anyway. But I feel that with the advent of Arsenal Fan TV, it was something new, it was something revolutionary, it was something that we hadn't seen before. It was so raw and so, honest, and it just felt so detached and so original from the um, polished and sometimes fake, sort of generic punditry. You listen to a lot of pundits, and as I say, with the exception of one or two, you get a lot of the same old tropes, a lot of the same old cliches being thrown out. Not really good punditry, not really stuff where I'm learning stuff. So often, even to this day, I'll be watching a game, it'll go to half time, and they'll just point out basically what I know already. Don't tell me what I know already. Explain to me, as someone who apparently knows more and apparently is within the game, tell me something that I don't know about football. But Arsenal Fan TV has evolved, and I think Arsenal Fan TV is sort of the main sort of, if I was to, when I think of fan channels, I probably do think of Arsenal Fan TV because they're sort of the ones that inspired a lot of people, probably like myself, to get involved in culture, and there is positives and negatives to it, like everything. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and say that I agree with everything that is done in fan channels, I have to say. And Robbie, I think, was brilliant in his video to actually honestly say that, to actually honestly come out and say we don't do everything right. And I do know, I met Robbie, I've worked with him for several times, and also guys behind ArsenalFanTV and guys behind other fan channels. And, you know, they're all brilliant guys. I think they're all guys that honestly just, you know, love their club, but at the end of the day, love football. I remember doing a transfer deadline day stream at the last year where I went up to Liverpool. It was a crazy day. It was a tiring day, but it was a brilliant day, and I met so many cool people and just discussed football, you know. And that's, I sat there and I was like, this is something that I feel is unique and I feel can be brought upon. Now, I personally, I left 100% Chelsea. I think I explained it in one of my, even probably it was my last video actually, about, I don't know, 8 months ago or something. And I basically explained the reason why I walked away from 100% Chelsea was for a number of reasons. Number one, this university, just the amount of time and dedication it takes, you know, and sort of moving location and all of that. Another one of the reasons, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I just sort of had fallen out of love with fan channels, doing fan cams, the culture. I just didn't think it suited what I wanted to do. And I have to be honest with you, you know, if I was tomorrow to start a fan channel, I'd do it completely differently. I wouldn't even call it a fan channel. I'd just refer to it as a Chelsea channel. You know, and that's my personal opinion. Now, but I feel it is out of order for Gary Neville to come out and slander fans and sort of have a go at us, because, as I say, we don't, we're not wearing a suit, we're not being paid by Sky, but for some reason that makes our view unlegitimate. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that every guy walks up and does a fan cam, what he says is gospel, and what he says, you know, it should be valued, you know, because it should be valued like higher than anyone else, you know, because there are some times where I'll watch a fan cam and I'll watch, you know, from any sort of club, and I'll go, you know, that's bullshit. I don't like agree with that, but that's what fan channels are. You know, it is about diversity of opinions. It is about having one guy sitting there and saying Wenger in and another guy saying Wenger out. That's, I think, what makes it interesting. Now, I'm going to address this because I think it's just an honest point. There is a feeling around Chelsea fans, just by, you know, speaking to fans that I know who don't appear on these fan channels, and when I was a part of it, sort of would tell me honestly, they don't like the way fan channels, and especially fan cams, that element of it, represent their club. And, you know, there is sort of a conflict there, because even if you're interviewing 20 fans, you're not still interviewing the whole. And I'm not expecting there to be, I don't know, 45,000 fan cams. That's just absolutely ridiculous. But I do understand where they're coming from. And if you have someone screaming at a camera, I've always said this, I think that if you have someone screaming at a camera, I think it's very, I know that's easy to get across, you know, that's easy to, you know, what's the word, go viral as it is. But if you have a fan standing there and talking eloquently, and it's actually quite refreshing, you know, Redmen TV have had some of those videos go get across, you know, and do quite well, and that's refreshing to see, because it's not always someone just screaming at their camera. And I think after a while that becomes quite generic. Now, as I say, I believe there'll be many people probably watching this video, or just in general, will disagree with my opinion because they love fan channels, they love the content it brings. I do believe sometimes we need a revamp in terms of fan channels. I believe ArsenalFanTV will always be that. I believe, you know, they're masters at it, you know, and knowing people who work on that channel, knowing the two people who basically work on that channel, who put, I've done basically not exactly what they've done, but I remember doing fan cams at Stoke and editing them. It's hard work, it's dedication. You can never knock that. That is dedication. Absolutely. I mean, you know, compared to what Gary Neville probably does, you know, it's they don't just, you know, Robbie's not just sat there presenting, you know, it's editing, it's filming it, it's, you know, paying for internet to get the videos up quite quickly. So I have full respect to anyone who does a fan channel. It is hard work. It's not easy, and just even my channel, you know, just putting up content. Imagine doing that, especially at football grounds where it can be quite hostile after a game. you know, with all the criticism, and maybe sometimes you can sort of feel that maybe fan channels are not for you. I think that, you know, they've done really well, and, you know, they keep on growing. So, but I do believe sometimes I personally like to see maybe different fan channels just doing different things, you know, maybe more discussion shows, more intelligent shows, you know, maybe more, what's the word, like more sort of debate shows. That's sort of the content I like. Personally, you know, maybe, yeah, just doing something different. And if this sort of revolution or this sort of spark leads to more clubs getting more voices out there of variety for their clubs, for me, it's all the better. It is all the better because as a football fan, as a Chelsea fan, I feel I benefit when I listen to other fans. You know, people in my flat, I've got mainly Liverpool fans. Now that could be seen as a horrible thing, but I feel I'm a better fan because of the knowledge. I feel when you listen to other fans, it may seem like, you know, if you just trap yourself away in one bubble, if you're able to listen to other fans, I think sometimes that you can all get a perspective, because the simple fact of it is we all love clubs for the same reason. You know, we all love football. We all cherish our clubs and we all love it the same. It doesn't matter whether you're a Chelsea fan, whether you're an Arsenal fan, whether you're a Man United fan, whether you're a Liverpool fan, whether you're an AFC Wimbledon fan, you all love the club the same. We're all in this for the same reason. So there are my thoughts, guys. Hopefully this reaches some people. As I say, will I be back on this channel? Maybe I'll do one video a week, maybe, if I get inspired to do it. As I say with this channel, you know, I've always tried to make this channel something different. As I say, maybe make an alternative, just a place where fans of all clubs can come. Yeah, sure, I'll be talking about Chelsea, but maybe I'll talk about more footballing issues. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tell me your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at SonOfChelsea. Other social media links and all of that down in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you again.
I'm a groupie to the good life, looking for a taste of paradise. I don't need the whole pie, just wanna have my little slice.